Are you telling personal stories on YouTube that are falling flat? You have knowledge and experience. You have a great story to tell. A story of resilience. A story that would make a great movie. But will it make a great YouTube video? I'm gonna break down the biggest mistakes you are making when you tell a personal story on social media and the simple shifts that will fix it. Hi, I'm Daryn, a Writers Guild Award-winning creator and producer who coaches entrepreneurs and creators through this, and I have seen the shift that turns personal stories into binge-worthy ones. So many entrepreneurs and creators reach out to me because they have an idea for a video that is a great story, something very personal from their life. But I read their script, and yes, it is a great story, but it's not a YouTube script. What is the mistake they're making? Well, let me put it this way. Have you ever clicked off a video because the creator was only talking about themselves? Exactly. That is what your viewer is doing if you are telling a story that is all about you. Because that would be interesting if you were writing an article or making a movie, but YouTube is a two-person conversation between you and your viewer. And if you are not repeatedly bringing your viewer into your story and making it their story too, they're probably going to click off. Just like if you were in a conversation with them and you were just talking about yourself all the time, they're probably going to walk away. Now, some creators have the opposite problem. They make the entire video about the viewer and they don't put themselves into it. I do that because I don't like talking about myself. I am much more comfortable talking about other people. I'm more comfortable helping other people than I am at helping myself. In fact, sometimes I even film me telling a personal story and I end up cutting it because I just don't think anybody's gonna care. Maybe you felt that way too. Like your story is not worth telling. Now that is not true, but the trick is in how you tell it. So how do you tell your story but make it theirs? Let's break it down. The first shift, hook with their problem, not your problem. Even if the video is about your story, you start your video with them. What problem does your viewer have that your story can solve? Then you share the promise you're making in the video. The promise is how what you learned from your struggle will help them with their struggle. The next shift, it is all about the stakes. Ditch the timeline, follow the stakes. Here is the second biggest mistake people make when telling stories. I will give you the number one mistake shortly, so I wouldn't go anywhere. Don't tell your story like this. So a year ago, I decided to restart my YouTube channel. I started by creating a new account, then I realized I needed to get better at thumbnails, and then I cried. I don't know. That is a report. Don't do that. Instead, build it around the emotional journey. Something like this. Have you ever been in a job and thought, this can't be my life? You're hustling through client work, family, aging parents, and you're thinking, how did I get here? Well, that is how I felt when I decided to come back to YouTube 15 years after I started my account, years after I left my channel in the dark. In this video, I'm going to show you how I walked away from a six-figure client and rebuilt my business through a brand new YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, and how you can reinvent yourself too. That was good. I should make that video probably. You want to start by introducing the core conflict, bring them through the big turning point, and lead them to a resolution. And always ask yourself, what was really at stake for me here? Because stakes are essential in a good story. The next shift, find the emotional core. Before you even start scripting, ask yourself, what universal emotion is at the heart of this story? Is it fear of failure? Is it not being seen? Is it the pressure to belong? There's a whole long list of them, but a personal story should start with that feeling because that is what your viewers will connect to. The next shift, rehook as you go. The number one mistake, that is the number one mistake. You forget to rehook. Every couple minutes, you need to check back in with your viewer after you share something by saying, have you ever felt that way? Or have you experienced that? Or perhaps you feel that way too. I've done that a couple times in this video. And you keep checking in, so you make the moments in your story repeatedly relate back to their problem. You make your story their story too, just like you would do if you were in conversation with them. The next shift, make your viewer the hero. You conclude your story with a takeaway for the viewer so they become the hero. Think of yourself as the grandfather in The Princess Bride. I love that movie. And you're telling the story to your grandson. And you know your grandson is actually the hero, not you. Your grandson is the one learning the lesson. Your grandson is the one who's going to change. Your grandson is on the hero's journey and you are his guide. As long as you make your viewer the hero and relate your emotional journey with their emotional journey, your story will resonate. And if you want more help with your storytelling, check out the video that's popping up on the screen or head into my video description for different ways that we can work together. Until next time, keep creating and keep thinking like a showrunner.